Welcome back to Courtside Comparisons, presented by NerdWallet, here with D'Anthony Melton for a new season of Courtside Comparisons. Thanks for sitting down.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, and I heard I was the pilot episode, so, it's an honor to start it off right.
And it's an honor to have you early in the season where we're sitting today, but things are going well. Can you tell us a little bit about the starting backcourt of D'Anthony Melton and Tyrese Maxey and how it's been going in the early days?
It's been going well. We're still trying to find our way, especially under a new system, new coach, new staff, and stuff like that. So I think, it's definitely, room for improvement. But I think with us, too, we're always, ready for the challenge, always ready to get better. So whatever's ahead of us, I think, we're going to tackle it. We're going to tackle it hard.
And I know we've told this story before, but not in this context. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us about your first ever workout with Tyrese? And maybe once you tell us about the first time you worked out with him, tell us how the relationship has evolved up until this point.
Yeah, so I remember the first time, just getting traded and telling me that I got a workout, with some guys. So they text me, they're like, yeah, workout at 10 a.m. I'm like, all right, bet. I'll get there. I get there 9:55. You know what I mean? Get there 9:55. So then I'm walking in, and I see, Tyrese just, sitting there, you know what I mean? I'm like, look like he already worked out or he's sweating already. I said, damn, you good? He yeah, I just got back from work. I'm like, what you mean? It's 9:50.
You thought you were early.
I thought I was early, right? Keep in mind, this is his third workout already. I'm like, oh, yeah, nah, he different. He different. But I can tell just the way he carries himself, he loves it. And he ain't complaining at all. He was just ready for it, and, he loved basketball.
So the moment this season has started well for both of you. When you look ahead at an NBA season, this is your second season in Philadelphia. Yep. You're no longer new to this market, this team. What excites you most when you stare down an 82-game season, knowing how long it's going to be? It'll have its ups and downs. Which parts do you most look forward to?
I mean, at the end of the day, you look forward to, being the last team standing. But at the same time, you want to take it day by day. So, right now, just, having fun with the journey, having fun with the grind, understanding, the everyday struggle of just, waking up, getting to the gym, and just putting that work in. So I think that's the type of stuff I've been falling in love with, and, I feel like it's been beneficial for me.
When you think about the city and the travel schedule, which cities, which visits do you most look forward to around the league? You're from California. You spent time in Memphis. You've sort of been all over the place. Yeah. Which places, though, stand out as the most fun to visit?
I would say the most fun to visit for me is definitely L.A. I got all my friends and family there, so going back there is always fun. Playing in front of that crowd is special. But then you got, Atlanta is fun too. Their arena, what they've done to it, and just, the whole city. And I would probably say, Houston. I'd probably say those are probably my top
three.
My
hometown.
Yep, there you go. Shout out to all the Houston natives out there. So, yeah.
When you play in L.A., does it matter if it's Lakers or Clippers?
Nah, not necessarily. I like to play for both. I'd probably say I grew up more of a Clipper fan growing up, but, I like to play against both. So I would want to, because my family's all in the stands. So no matter what, I want to show up for them.
And your mom, who's sort of the centerpiece of that family unit, was a Clippers fan growing up. Is that true?
Yeah, she was a Clippers fan. Most of my family was. I think we kind of just took on the underdog story, and we kind of just rolled with it. And, we was like, they dogs out there. They trying to win. They trying to scrap. So I think that's what we loved about them.
And I know you're close with her. So what's it like for people that will never play in the NBA? Mm-hmm. When she comes to a game and you can sort of look into the crowd and see her, understanding that you guys are literally day ones, right? What's it like to look over there and see your mom and see that pride and share it with her?
It's special, and I love it. I love it just because I know how much she loves basketball. I think it was last Christmas or whatever, me and my sisters, we wanted to do something, but she's like, I'm sitting right here in this hotel watching these games, so we could figure everything else out.
This is when we were in New York?
Yeah, this past Christmas. So
she didn't want to go shopping. She didn't want to see the sights. She just wanted to watch the games.
She wanted to watch the games. So then, my sisters and stuff is mad, but, at the same time, I had just played, so I'm like, I'm fine with sitting with her too, but she loves it. So she's always gotten into the games. I've always heard her voice throughout playing, so I know she loves it too.
I'm sure she's looking forward to watching future highlights. How about we watch some past highlights?
I like that too.
When we look at your 8-assist game, you led the team that night. It was a big night for you. Not technically a career high, but you got pretty close. Afterwards, you talked about the fact that you want to be someone that can be relied upon as a solid point guard. It's something you worked on over the summer. And sure enough, it started with the big fella, Joel Embiid.
That's a great hands by Pat, and just, scrapping for the ball. And then I saw a big fella down there. I'm just like, he got to go catch this. And I love his emotion, his excitement he brings to the game.
So tell me about turning defense into offense and what it feels like when you know you have a shot. You said Pat had good hands right here, right? And then you finish the job. What goes through your head during that type of turnaround?
I think something like this, especially with, them having pretty much 4 dudes down on our side, and, Pat does a great play like he did. Those type of plays you got to capitalize on, to make an easy offense for your team. So seeing big fella down there and Kelly down there, I was just like, all I got to do is get the ball up the court, throw it up to, his high point, and tell him to go get it pretty much. And I feel like those two will figure it out.
Do you worry about that defender at all, or Joel's just bigger?
What defender? No, I'm playing. Nah. I mean, that's tough when you're throwing a 7-1.
Okay, so the same-ish thing. We talked about your quarterback skills. Talk us through this one.
Getting the rebound, and I see big fella contest the shot, so I'm already knowing he's gonna run down the floor, and them having their big man usually under the rim. I just grab a rebound. I'm just like, you gotta reward him, especially when he runs like that. You always gotta reward your big. So, similar to the last one, I kind of just threw it up, led him a little bit, and I trust he gonna catch and finish it, and that's what he did.
So as soon as he makes the decision to turn and go, you've already noticed by the time you grab the rebound?
I'm like, he gone. Just throw it up, throw it high. And even if it's not in front of the rim, he going to go grab it. And, we all know Joel, he'll figure it out.
Same situation, like scrapping for loose balls. Actually, tell me a little bit about how much Nick Nurse is encouraging, like this exact situation that we've now seen twice in this highlight.
I mean, this summer, in training camp, he really emphasized just our physicality. He showed us clips of us being physical, but he felt like we could be even more physical as a team. And, having new players like Kelly come and Pat, them players, they're not scared to get down there and scrap down, dive on the floor and get dirty. So that type of stuff, it definitely helps us and creates easy offense for us.
And last but not least, let's talk about the backcourt connection. And you guys have been practicing this way a lot, right? Tyrese doesn't bring up the ball every time. He doesn't start the offense every time. What's it been like to sort of figure out how that balance works?
I think it's huge for us because I think Tyrese is such an exceptional scorer, and especially when he's getting downhill. I mean, he's the fastest player in the league to me. So just finding ways for him to get space, create a little separation between him and his defender, and I think he's gonna figure out the rest. So I think that's it's important for this team, just giving them angles, and they'll figure out the rest sometimes.
Are you guys at the point where you can sort of feel where each other is, or like how's that chemistry coming along? Because the best backcourt pairings, like that's something they talk about. Like I always know where Tyrese is, I always know where D'Anthony is, and it's starting to feel like you guys are developing that.
Yeah, I think it goes into just trust. I think we trust each other a lot, and most of our spots, I think we both know we love to shoot threes. So most of the time we're gonna be around the 3-point line and trying to find an attempt up. So. Just trying to get him, easier looks because, him being on ball a lot this year, just to get him, off the ball and just more in a more of attacking space.
So my last question about this game, win over Portland. You led the team in assists. You had the edge over your backcourt partner in assists, but he got you on the boards.
Yes.
What's it like when you guys are sort of switching places and going after these statistics? Like, were you guys aware during the game of what was happening when it came to dimes and boards?
I wasn't aware of his rebounds until like the third quarter. I looked up. I think he had like 6 or 7 or something like that.
Finished with 10.
I'm like, oh, you boarded today, ain't you? He said, hey, he did a little flex motion. I said, all right, hey, go get him there. Go get him there. We need those, especially from our guards. Having our guards grab rebounds is important because now you got, we can get Tobias out in transition. We get Joe out in transition. If I grab it, now Tyrese is moving. If Tyrese grab it, now I'm, downhill. So all that type of stuff is important for us. And, him grabbing 10 boards is a great step for us.
Fair enough. D'Anthony Melton, thanks for sitting down
Of course.
on Courtside Comparisons presented by NerdWallet.